G'day, g'day. We're back today with a forest survival episode. And, do I need to eat? What's time? Let's have a look. No. I've actually burned a little. I should eat a little bit, yeah. But, uh, just a short little episode tonight because, it's after work and oh, why'd they eat them blueberries there? Thought I'd do a little building. Very busy today, unfortunately. I wish I could have recorded more than I did, but that's okay. I'm gonna kill this boar because I am just fucking... I hate them. I commit genocide against boars. I actually wanted to yap about, I don't even know. Apparently I didn't want to yap. It was something to do with the UFC. But UFC 317 wrapped up the other day. And it was very enjoyable. I didn't watch much of it. I was a bit busy that day, but for what I watched, it was pretty enjoyable. I saw everything from. I'm pretty sure the first fight I watched was Jacko Manson versus RoboCop. That was a really good fight. I really enjoyed that. I'm a casual, so I don't really know much about a lot of the fighters, especially some of the more obscure ones. Not that Jacko Manson or RoboCop are super obscure, but you know what I mean. Just not super popular. Like I know their names and I've seen RoboCop fight, and I need to build another one of these. Is what I need to do. Goodness gracious. I really enjoyed it. Was not expecting that knockout, even though I don't know much about him, but that was a fucking knockout, man, and a half. And RoboCop, he looked really fast. I don't know. I just remember watching and thinking he looked really fast, but maybe if I rewatch, maybe it's like average speed. But yeah, he looked like he was zooming out there. Yeah, it was his fight pretty dominantly from what I remember. I don't think Hermanson had much for him. Yeah, I accidentally cut down this one when I was building a little, so I'm gonna get that back. But I'm actually gonna leave all these like stumps and stuff around the perimeter, at least nearby here. But the next fight I heard was like a contender for fight of the year, and I didn't fucking watch it because I decided to watch Adventure Time while eating lunch, I believe, because Australia. Fortunately, most of the cards are obviously in America, and that works out really well for Australian time. The times they put them in America, because true, fair enough. Oh, true. Oh, hold on, eh? Alright, let's stop yapping real quick. I have to lock the fuck in, dude. Oh, he has a club. Stay back, fiends. They chill. Can you guys go away, please? I don't want you to be here. I actually don't appreciate you being here. Yeah, I said it. I don't really fuck with it. I don't like naked men running around in my establishment. Can you get away from my logs, please? I'm trying to build something here, you inconsiderate assholes. Oh, yeah, you putting fucking effigies in my crib? Dude. You guys are pricks. You guys are actually assholes. Oh, no, never mind. You built a big stick one. That's pretty good. Alright. You guys can go away now. Don't jump in my fucking trees. It's not fucking a treetop adventure. Hey. You need to calm down, sir. You need to think about what you've done. Think about that, bitch. My bad, bro. Here, you wanna go and bomb your friend? Or do you want me to give him a fucking Viking burial? Come back here, you little prick. Better not have stolen my meat. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, fucking run. When did... Shit, dude. Dude, even the book is just like really clear and very easy to read. Well, it's not like it's hard to read on PlayStation, but very much high quality. You can pretty much like it's not like that on PlayStation. But Um, as I was saying, I decided to watch Adventure Time uh, instead because I had to eat lunch and my girlfriend was over, so we watched Adventure Time together. Not that I regret that decision, but I did miss out on what I hear was a really good fight because yeah, as I was actually saying, the pay-per-views are typically on a very good time for Australian viewership. If it's on the bad time, I typically don't watch it unless it's a fight I really want to watch, like 308, which is one of the best cards of last year. That was Topuria versus Holloway, and Whittaker versus Hamzat. Oh, I'm really biased towards Australian fighters. Like I don't hide it. I'm a casual. I have fun with it. I watch it for fun. I'm not fucking going in the comment sections calling everyone a casual. Like, it's such a sad existence. But I love just having fun and supporting people from my country and just fighters that I like Holloway, which was really rough seeing both Whittaker and Holloway lose. But I like Hamzat because he's got a cool gimmick, and I like Topuria because he's so fucking good. I mean, there's a lot of good people in the UFC, but that man is exceptional. Like I he knocked out my Volk. Wasn't a massive fan, but I don't like arrogant people that much. But you know, a lot of people say it's not arrogance, it's self-belief. It is arrogance, but to be fair, he's not like a he does pay his respects to his opponents, especially Charles Oliveira, which I do like, and I do like Topuria, but I was initially turned off because of his arrogance. It's self-belief, but that is what arrogance is, like the amount of self-belief he has. But I think he I he's very in like what the fuck am I saying? I like listening to him talk. He seems like he has something to say. Uh, Everything, like all his feats are incredibly impressive, and I think he's pretty cool. Like I'm a Topuria fan now, but I wasn't when the Volk thing happened, bro. But he turned me into a fan, like I imagine he did with a lot of people. But is there a deer over there? No, there's not. But yeah. Uh, Anyways, I get a little sidetracked. I missed Joshua Van versus Brandon Royval. Seemed like a really good fight. Apparently, many people say contender for fight of the year. So fuck, I gotta find out a way how I can rewatch that bitch because I missed out. And there's a lot of hype around Van. You know, actually, Royval was in the first title fight I watched. I went out of my way to watch because in like 2021, I had a friend who would like in cooking class. He was really into like the African fighters. And he was. This is like Usman title reign, Ngannou title reign. He was big in Usman and Ngannou, and he was showing me like we'd watch like Ngannou and Usman clips and compilations and fights, and I really enjoyed that. And so that was like my first proper exposure to the UFC, aside from hearing like McGregor and stuff. But the first pay-per-view I actually went out and watched was with a friend at his place. It's dirty over there. It was 296, so yeah, I'm very new. But that was Royval versus Pantoja. I'm a big Pantoja fan, man. I'm glad that more people are becoming fans because I was a fan of him since then. And I couldn't understand why he was like people weren't respecting him because he had the fight with Royval, and then I believe he had the fight with Urseg after, which was a really good fight. Which while watching it, I knew the UFC like I scored it to Urseg. I knew the UFC judges would be more leaning towards Pantoja, and I don't really like. I don't think it was a robbery. I think it was a very close fight. And if I rewatch it, I'd probably end up coming out of it thinking that Pantoja won because I do have that Australian bias. To be fair, because you know Urseg's from the big WA. So he was probably jacked up. Like if he's from Perth, like fucking JDM, he's probably jacked up on the meth. You know, which you know maybe that's the best base for MMA. Who fucking knows? But you know. Australian lost, but it was a good fight. And then I believe Pantoja's next fight was Kaya Sakura, which was really fun, and he fucked him up. And then he has the one with Joshua Van, and he has the one with Kai Kara France, who knocked out Urseg, and he just fucking ragdolled him as well. So, love Pantoja, heavily disrespected, but I like Royval because he was in the Sorry, the cops are coming to get me apparently. But I like Royval. He was in the first pay-per-view I watched. I don't think I watched his next fight. Who was that against? After his next fight, I imagine wasn't the Joshua Van one, was it? I believe he fought in between Pantoja and Van. Figgy maybe? Or it could be Figgy, or it could be, I don't know. Who was it? I had a name in my head, but I forgot. Oh, it could have been Moreno. It could have been Moreno. But anyways, I digress. Van's getting a lot of hype because he's super active, and I love that. He's 23. He could be. I mean, it depends. I think John Jones became champ at 23. That's like a record that I didn't think, like a lot of people didn't think could be beat, but he could beat that. You know what I mean? If he's not already old enough, but I don't know. He'd have to wait for Pantoja, and Pantoja does take his time in between fights. He's very active. I'm not saying he doesn't sit on his ass. Thank God. That's another reason I like Pantoja. But he... let's just... Why'd I equip it? Oh my goodness, I'm dying! But yeah, he definitely, I don't think will break that record, but, you know, second. That's pretty good. I love how active he is. Apparently he already fought. Smart. I didn't see his other fight, but apparently he already fought this month, and, yeah, that's fucking crazy. I will be back. I have to take a call. Alright, apologies, I'm back. A little out of breath. Unfortunately, my fucking crib is like, it's like a fucking penthouse suite or some shit, man. I'm on the top of the Empire State, and there ain't no elevator. I have to run up. Well, I don't have to run, but I like to. What was I saying? UFC. So Pantoja, next fight, Pantoja versus Kai Kara France. Oh fuck, that's done, eh? True enough. That fight was a lot easier than I thought it'd be, in honesty. Kai got his back taken instantly, and I mean, apparently being named Kai or Brandon is the worst base for fighting Pantoja, apparently, but, you know, it was pretty entertaining still. It went, I think, in round 3 or something, I don't know, but I liked it. And then, what the fuck is happening here, birds? Give me all these feathers. Nice. How many of those do we have? Alright, let's just... I don't like when all the shit's flashing when it's new. Look at this shit. This is so dumb. I don't know why it's done that. Can I still build a wall on that? Yeah, Oliveira versus... I came sick. Oliveira versus... What's his face? Topuria. I mean, yeah, I also thought he would knock out Oliveira because all the Oliveira fights I've watched, I mean, everyone says it. He gets hurt in every fight. You know, he dropped by Makachev and shit. But I never thought his defense was as good as some of the other people's, and he doesn't have a chin like Max, and Max's chin got cracked, so I mean, you know, all evidence pointed to a round 1 knockout by Topuria. I think I thought it would be round 2. I can't remember what my prediction was. Not that it's a very educated one, mind you, but you know, it was in the fashion he did it. Everyone says it, like he slumped him, bro. He was just staring at the ceiling. It was crazy. It was crazy. That's Joe Rogan, if you couldn't tell. It was crazy. Who the fuck was that though? Like Joe Biden or something. Anyways, yeah. It was a good fight. In like the few minutes, it was a fight, and then it was a crime scene. But the one thing I wanted to see out of the fight was the grappling exchanges. I wanted to see Taporio's grappling because I heard that he was actually a BJJ base before striking, and that got me really excited. That means, like, how good is his fucking jiu-jitsu if he's doing this to people with his hands? And pretty fucking good apparently, because, you know, now I didn't actually notice this because I don't understand grappling that much. I'm gonna, you know, I'll say it. I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm a casual, and I don't understand grappling that much, but I think it's fun to watch if it's good grapplers. I don't hate on it. You know, I watch MMA. If I didn't want to watch grappling, I'd go watch fucking kickboxing, bro. I don't know why people complain. If it's boring, fair enough, but people just complain to complain. Anyways, watch that. And I didn't really understand what was going on, but, you know, there was all this shit like double underhooks and fucking, I don't know, all the sprawling and entering Charles' guard. Apparently it was very impressive. Apparently he put Charles into a crucifix. I don't remember seeing that, but I guess I wasn't paying that much attention. But he put Charles into a crucifix, which is, I am at least, like, knowledgeable enough to know isn't too, I believe it's not too common in the UFC. But chucked him into a crucifix, got up, just got out of the leg lock, which, you know, everyone gets fucking put into anyways, so it's not like that's a bad thing for Taporia. Stand back up on the feet, and dead. But it was pretty fun. It was pretty fun watch. But yeah, I was not expecting the knockout when it came, you know, when it came and it did. What the fuck am I saying? I was not expecting the knockout when it like I was expecting the knockout, but not when it happened. Like it come out of nowhere almost. But Ilya was like, you know, Charles was getting some good shots in, and I thought Charles showed more strength than because you know he's a big lightweight and he's a lightweight in general. I thought like it looked like it showed that like you know Topuria was getting moved around a bit. I could be delusional in that. Maybe I have to rewatch it, but I thought he was like getting pushed around a little, not like losing. I just mean like he was like, like, it just looked like Oliveira was much stronger than any of Topuria's other opponents. And that obviously makes sense. But, you know, he was getting Topuria with some good shots, but, uh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you hit Topuria with, because he'll just hit you harder, you know. Max and Volk 1 rounds. Look how that turned out. You know, a lot of people say AI imagery, and I think I'm going to buy into that too. I think it probably wasn't even real. But, you know, is what it is. Happened. I don't get what MMA fans want, though. They always say this guy's a villain, but because he's knocking out people's favorite fighters. Well, if you want someone to be, like, goated, a better, like, fighter than John Jones, who most people regard as the GOAT, you gotta have someone like this. Someone's gotta be doing this. You know, don't complain. Appreciate it while you can, because he won't be in the sport forever. Don't take it for granted. Amazing fighter, and although I was... Oh, that's like poo. I fuck with it, though. I'm gonna keep it like that. Wait, how much? No, I'm not. I'm not gonna keep it like that, I'm lying. Yeah, appreciate it while you can, because he won't be here forever, and people need to stop complaining. Yeah, I was sad when he knocked out Volkanovski, but I'm glad that, I get to watch Topuaria's reign in real time, because I missed out on a lot of good reigns and a lot of good fighters. You know, I love Tony Ferguson. He was the first fighter that I ever truly, like, from the UFC, really liked. And we know how that ended, so... And that was before, that was like a few years before I started watching, so I loved him. I loved his prime, even though I didn't get to watch it live. But yeah, appreciate what you've got, because it won't be here forever, and that's just true with anything, isn't it? I'm trying to do that a lot more with life lately, and yeah, you just gotta, actually, Well, that's a lot better, I believe. Alright. I don't mind that they're alternating heights because it's a little step. I don't really mind that at all. Whatever keeps the fucking grass and shit out, you know what I mean? Yeah. Uh, yeah, it was a pretty good pay-per-view. I enjoyed the few fights I watched on it. I don't know how the rest of the card was, but pretty cool. I haven't watched heaps of UFC lately though, like many of the pay-per-views I watched. What pay-per-views did I even fucking watch this year? I watched Volk and Diego. Um, what other fucking pay-per-view did I even watch? Was Strickland and Duplessis 2 this year? If so, I watched that. That might have been early this year. I watched that. I didn't watch. That didn't break it, did it? Oh, just really hurt it. But I could fix that. Actually, I could probably do that now. What do I need? Yeah, let's do that. Fix! It won't fix. Interesting. Very interesting. Ew. Oh my god, that's such a loud thud. I don't actually even know what other pay-per-views I watched this year. Yeah, I can't think of any right now. They've escaped me. I'm gonna go kill this little guy and then I have to go. Because I'm busy. I'm sorry, fella. He won't even know. He won't even know. I'm gonna spawn kill his ass. He won't even know. Ready for it? Ready for it? Maybe I'll just snipe him. That'd be funny, actually. He'll think he's safe, and then I'll kill him. Booyah. I didn't even get the cunt. Where the fuck's my arrow? Oh, there we go. Alright. Sorry, fella. Oh, he just got slumped. I'm glad there's fortresses around, though. Makes shells a lot less painful to grab. They saw me. Not him, though. I didn't even grab the bones from the guy I burnt. True, eh? Dead. Your soul is mine. Now I'm gonna go bum him. Oh, I'm covered in blood. What's the bet I just get like infected? I swear that happens. You just get like instantly infected when you get blood sometimes. My bones are gone. I'll burn this guy for the shit, and then I swear my energy goes down a lot more in hard survival as well. I don't remember all the hard survival changes, but I believe that to be one of them. I'm not certain though. Yeah, he's dead. Sorry. Yeah, I would do that too. No, I wouldn't do that. What the fuck are you doing? Holy shit, he sent his minion to cover it. Mr. President, get down. What the fuck? Alright. Yeah, sorry. Your fucking bodyguard was a bit shit there, eh? Nice, alright. Let's just do this and then we'll save. Paperback writer. Alright. What have I heard? No cannibals around, I hope. Alright, nice. Easy little video. I enjoyed that very much. That was very fun. Day 6. Scary. Next episode will probably be fighting mutants. Right, yeah. I enjoyed that. Bye!